Hi, I'm Katie Hasty, and you're watching a new episode of the Hitfix Mix, where music comes first and the mix comes later. Erasure has gone strong for almost 30 years. That's 16 albums, averaging about one every 2 years. Andy Bell and Vince Clarke's latest is The Violet Flame, led by the single Elevation, which I absolutely love. The dance duo were recently in Los Angeles on tour and had some time to talk to us. And if you just want to dance, then take note. They're on the road through at least New Year's Eve this year. Check out our chat and listen to the songs Erasure recommended for you to listen to. We've got Vince and Andy. Erasure, you guys are getting ready for a show tonight. Do you have a pre-show ritual?
Yeah, we always do an interview just before
Yeah,
usually for your show.
Yeah.
Hitfix, yeah.
Is there something that you do that gets you pumped up? Do you have to go kind of
We don't really get pumped up, but we do warm-ups before the sound check and before the show, and usually I have some salmon's eggs for like straight after the show, so like for the oil. And I just had a tin of sardines just now, so I'm probably smell a bit little fishy.
Okay.
But also a shot of tequila before we go on.
So sardines
I
and
do
tequila.
that. Yes. No, it doesn't sound very good,
No,
does it? I know.
no, let's not ever talk about that again. That's awful. You guys just put out your new record, Violent Flame. I'm obsessed with Elevation. I think it's such a great track, and I'm wondering what your favorite tracks off this new record are.
Well, I really like Elevation because it's I think it's one of the last tracks that we wrote, and it was a song that came really easily. So when the song kind of writes itself, we know that it's a good one. We think, and yeah, I just love the spirit of that song. It's kind of uplifting. It seems to be going down really well with the audience, considering it's a new song and everything. So that's got to be my favourite too.
Yeah, my favourites are Dead of Night.
In the dead of the night, you are haunted by the wanting, never satisfied.
Which we haven't performed yet live, but we're trying it out. And Sacred, because it's kind of an uplifting church type song.
You know when things sound overprocessed. You know when it's overproduced. What's a trend in dance music today that really drives you nuts?
Well, I guess a lot of EDM is quite repetitive,
Yeah.
and a lot of bands tend to use the same old sounds, but it's still good fun though.
I think it's the same. I think I think it's probably to do with getting older, and it's kind of not. I could imagine being a teenager and being at one of those gigs, and getting hooked onto a sound, and the kind of doing like over and over and over, and it's only because you feel like you've heard it before in some form or other, but I suppose to them it's fresh. So yeah.
Do you ever feel that age or even your decades together influences the kind of art you make?
I think definitely. I think when you're in the music business, you're kind of you're very spoilt, and you could be a teenager forever, especially being a gay man as well, because you don't have any responsibilities. So, and I've always been a bit of a late developer, so it took me till being 50 to kind of realise, you don't really have to beat yourself up over things. You can, you don't have to suffer for your art, really.
To kind of wrap it up, Hitfix Mix, we would love to know what music you guys are listening to. Can you recommend 3 songs that you want our readers to hear?
I'm really digging Nora and Pure, and all that stuff, all of that new disco, indie dance stuff. I think it's very cool.
Yeah.
I would quite like a track which is very old, but Kate Bush, from her album. I can't remember what it's called, but the song's called Wow.
So rad.
Yeah. So the other one, maybe this Mortal Coil, Song to the Siren.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys should check out those songs. More, check out Erasure on tour now.
For breaking entertainment news and more, follow @Hitfix on Twitter or visit hitfix.com.